Good morning and welcome to the Killik and Co Market Update. We're recording the video on Thursday this week, and most news reports today are about Hurricane Milton over in the US. The hurricane has made landfall in Florida, and more than 2 million homes are now without power. It does feel as though these natural disasters are becoming more common, and it's only 2 weeks since the US had to deal with Hurricane Helen. Here's a chart showing the annual frequency of hurricanes in the North Atlantic going back to the 1850s. The pink line shows all hurricanes, and the green shows major hurricanes of Category 3 or above. There has been an upward trend in recent years, which is thought to be due to climate change. Insurers are estimating that Hurricane Milton could cause $60 billion worth of damage. To put that into context, here are the costs of some of the worst natural disasters in US history. These costs have been inflated to 2024 values for the purposes of comparison. Hurricane Katrina in 2005 was by far the most costly, at a 2024 cost of $194 billion. The increasing numbers of natural disasters has led to greater demand for insurance. And this has led to an increased opportunity for insurance brokers, who arrange the insurance but don't actually take on the insurance risk. Here's the 20-year share price chart for an insurance broker called AJ Gallagher. As you can see, it's a very nice smooth upward line. So do give us a call if you'd like to talk about this industry in a bit more detail. This week we had some data from the ONS saying that in 2023, the number of deaths in the UK outnumbered the number of births for the first time since the 1970s. And this has implications for population growth and also economic growth. Here's the data: births in the green and deaths in the pink. The number of births has been declining steadily since 2010. And this is very much a global trend. Here's the global data for births, and you can see it's also showing a drop since 2010. Despite this, the global population continues to rise. Here it is, it's now over 8 billion people. People are living longer, so despite the falling number of births, we still have a growing population, but it is also an aging population. Here's the global median age. It was only 20 in the 1960s, and now it's over 30. Countries with younger populations tend to have higher rates of economic growth because they tend to have larger workforces, so rising median ages are a concern for governments. Here are the median ages for different regions around the world. Africa and India have lower median ages than the world average, and that's one reason why India is popular with investors. Africa is currently very difficult to invest in, but it's certainly on the radar. The UK has a much older median age at 39.8, and Europe is one of the world's oldest at over 42. So this data is often used by those in favour of immigration. And finally, the US government is continuing to focus on Alphabet, Google's parent company. Back in August, the US Department of Justice ruled that the company had engaged in monopolistic behaviour. At the moment, Google handles around 90% of online search queries. This week, the government has said it is considering looking at breaking up the company. As you can see here, the share price of Alphabet hasn't come down very much as a result of the government's latest actions. This could suggest that investors believe the different parts of the company will still be very valuable, even if they're separated. Or it could suggest that the government won't be successful in its plans to break up the company. It is worth noting that the Department of Justice ordered a breakup of Microsoft 24 years ago, but this ruling was overturned in an appeal a year later, and therefore it never happened. Do give us a call if you'd like to hear more about our thoughts on Alphabet. Moving on to have a look at next week, we've got a few companies scheduled to report, including Goldman Sachs, Netflix, and Nestle. That's it from us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.